The battle for the Peach State has seen its legendary moments, from the 22-point Georgia Tech victory in the first installment in 1893 to the 8th overtime classic in 2024. Clean, old-fashioned hate has its moments, and there will be more ahead. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up. And the Yellow Jackets will boot it away to start the game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Georgia's offense will go on the attack first. If you just can't get enough football, well, Georgia Tech was the one for you last year. Between the hedges, they went 8 overtimes before the Dogs finally prevailed. So are you guys ready to go another 8 extra rounds this time?
Absolutely not. I got a plane to catch. But I tell you what, it was one of the most exciting games in all of college football. And Tech with a huge lead early, all the momentum swings. And Palmer, obviously, in the booth was pretty solid, too.
It was one of those games, David, you just hated that somebody had to lose. And I think back to Haynes King at quarterback for Georgia Tech, throwing for over 300 yards, running for over 100 yards. He was incredible. There was one costly fumble. Was it targeting? Wasn't it targeting? The call went Georgia's way. And then we were running out of ways to describe 2-point plays, and we were running out of espresso late in the game. Bring your espresso for this one. It's going to be fun.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw it, Stockton. Fires to the right. And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on 3rd down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. The Yellow Jackets offense has the ball for the first time. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off in defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team. I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are 2 of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Oh, he's got some space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it up to 45. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking downfield on 1st down. Going to take a shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You set him down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. They got a huge boost in their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, ball. Man, these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Don't even think about it. The special teams out on 4th down and 3. Trying to do it on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Yellow Jackets now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's King. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. All right, guys, let's talk about Georgia Tech. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this...
Reels it in down the left side. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30+. Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help.
Time to take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The rambling wreck and the Dogs have been fighting it out for a long time. When people forget, Georgia Tech is a charter member of the SEC, though that was a long time ago. First meeting back in 1893. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. The rambling wreck offense rolls back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Using his legs, it's Haynes. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Send the tight end in motion. Looking downfield, it's King. Flips it out in the flat. There he goes. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his man. It's Rutherford. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Yellow Jackets have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. On the ground with the counter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Buys a little time. He's going to run it. And he was able to run through a tackle. They finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down. The Yellow Jackets have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on 1st down. A strike downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays, and now set up the 1st and goal.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! First points of the day are on the board. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Throwing right. Intercepted.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's King. Oh, they're after him! Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incomplete.
Lofts one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Yellow Jackets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The option look, and he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's King. Flips it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Lost a throw on 1st down. They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. the backfield. It's Delt. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Off play action. Buys a little time. Unleashes one. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Quickly complete.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. Grab behind the line. It's Delt. Turning it on. Touchdown, Dawgs. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. To make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looking for a man. It's Kane. Going to try to pop one on the screen.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
They get to him as he throws.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Here comes the heat. Got a man. It's Haynes. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. The Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. First step of this drive comes from their own 44. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And that's just a play that you have got to make if you're going to win this game. You're not going to get a lot of chances like that. You might not get another receiver that open for the rest of the season.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The Dawgs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
Well, he was trying to get his feet down. You saw a little toe tap action there, but ultimately it ends up being an incompletion.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. Tosses it incomplete. Now facing it, 3rd and long. Going up top again. Release to the back. Caught over the middle. It's Frazier. Offense has gained momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Bulldogs are on the move. Hard running there. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He was able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And the Bulldogs are facing 3rd and inches.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Looking to fire. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
The offense changing the play. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Off the boot, looking for his man. He'll throw it. Zips it out to his man. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be... And the Yellow Jackets can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to pass, it's Kane. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up-tempo. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got him downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Yellow Jackets getting set on 1st and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground.
Touchdown, Georgia Tech! He shed tackles right and left and housed them.
Momentum is such a real thing in college football. Scoring that touchdown here in this 2-minute situation at the end of the half is massive for them. It's going to help their confidence going in at halftime. If they're able to get this extra point and tie this thing up, watch out for them in the 2nd half.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well and not give back that last score. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. That is just a sideline credit. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want. on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on first down. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. He lets one fly deep. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And here comes the offense on second down. The give to the left side. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. As a result, they lose yardage.
Sends it back in motion. On third down, going up top. Got it in the middle. It's Rutherford. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The offense burns his third and final timeout of the half. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. To the air on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go?
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
That should be the final play of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, the Governor's Cup is on the line, and already the Dogs and Ramblin' Wreck have given us some impressive moments. And talk about a good, competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these 2 programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good, competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the duel between Georgia and Georgia Tech plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up. second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half. It's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Caught in the backfield. It's Belt. He goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To throw, it's Stockton. Throws to the wideout. Oh, it goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off the play fake. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Under fire. Makes the grab down the middle. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line, not enough to move the sticks. And the Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. From the gun, the running back has it. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Gets it to him on the screen. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
Gonna run it. It's McCray. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Caught behind the line. It's Delt. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest. And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to Pater. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Hand off from the shotgun. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Back to throw, it's Stockton. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. From the gun, looking for a man. Into the end zone for the 2, and they push that lead out to 8. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the run, it's Haynes. And that ball's free behind the line. Breaks into the open. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown, Dawgs! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business as an offense. We don't need to. We'll put points on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. A quick pass to the left. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The Yellow Jackets have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Just a short pass to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. Back to throw, it's King. On the run, fires downfield. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. And the Yellow Jackets will have it 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, tried to put a little move on him, and it didn't help much. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
The Yellow Jackets need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. And this one splits the uprights. They're hanging around here. Leads down to 12.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for space, it's McCray. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up. Make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time. Blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Throws for the tight end. It's caught. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to 1st down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important.
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
Fires to the middle. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed.
Well, there's no quitting this defense, I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play, playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back in the game.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Trying to set up the screen. Creates a little room. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line. That last completion sets him up on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Patterson. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line in the hurry-up.
And it's another tackle for loss for this defense. I'll tell you, they came into this game knowing they had to shut this guy down. He's one of the best in the nation, and they've given him the ball a bunch. He's just had nowhere to run. And I don't think anybody expected him to struggle as much as he had so far in this game.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a third and long. Back to throw, it's King. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing it, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice.
And he muffs it, a loose football. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting to drive from their own 1. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Pulls it in. It's dealt. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
They'll put it in play from their own 12-yard line. First and 10. Looking downfield on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing him throw it vertically downfield.
They got the incompletion to stop the clock. Now they need another stop on third down to get the ball back. He hurls one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab. It's Haynes. And that spin move kept the play alive and let this guy pick up a few extra yards. The Yellow Jackets come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. 10 at the 34. Defense in press coverage. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Home crowd not going to love it. You got to throw the ball to win this game. They do not like the play call with not a lot of time left in the game.
Wants to throw. It's King. That's caught. It's Patterson. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24. And this defense, his head is spinning. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Motion from the wideout. Toss sweep right. Runs through a tackle. And he's knocked down in the backfield, but man, how many tackles did he escape before he was finally brought down? Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. That's caught. It's Rutherford. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Thomas. Oh, he's got some space. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. The Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. To give as they work on that clock. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Going for the big play. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 3rd and long. To give to the running back from the shotgun. A timely pickup to get the 1st down there, and it took a little something out of the crowd, too. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. First snap in the red zone on this drive. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. He wants to change this route. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Under fire. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Timeout is called with just a single second left. After this, it'll be a wrap. To the air, it's King. Pressure coming. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. The clean, old-fashioned hate was evident, and now Georgia Tech has even more reason to hate the Dogs because the red and black come out on top. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another